So here to discuss all this and more, let's welcome in member of the House Armed Services Committee, Georgia Congressman Rich McCormick. Good morning to you, Congressman. So as you know, tensions remain high with Iran following recent U.S. strikes in the region over the Strait of Hormuz. What sort of message do you think the president will deliver today? And do you believe we need to be even tougher on the Iranian regime?
I've said this from the very beginning. We should have never stopped hitting them hard. I've told the president, trust your instincts. Unconditional surrender is the only way we get past this. Don't leave this to the next generation and the generation after that. Don't leave this to question. Don't let them be brash and defiant. Don't let them be full of hubris. Crush them. We are the big boy on the block. Anything you leave for them will be used against us. They've attacked us over 40 times historically through all kinds of proxies. Recently, of course, these guys want to shut down the straits right during the election. They'll do nothing but disrupt that entire region and the entire world. They'll supply our enemies with weapons all over the world. Get rid of this regime or we'll have to deal with it in the future.
We know there's a lot happening on Capitol Hill this week. We know the House Republican leaders are expected to unveil and advance the framework for a third reconciliation package, even while balancing a pretty thin majority. And at the same time, reports say Speaker Johnson and some House Republicans received a Pentagon briefing from Secretary Hegseth on the administration's request for an additional $350 billion for defense. I know as a member of the House Armed Services Committee, I want to ask, were you there for those discussions? What can you tell us? And where do negotiations stand right now on that reconciliation?
It's going to be hard to get everything that he's asking for. Certainly we need $67 billion just to resupply ourselves and our troops. But getting the full amount might be difficult. But we're asking the NATO allies to get up to 5% of their GDP. We're below 3.5%. We're still at historic lows when it comes to investment in GDP percentage since World War II, basically. And we need to get on it because we have a lot of things going on in the world that are very dangerous to Americans. And our first and most important issue is to defend American lives and our prosperity.
So in our last hour, Congressman, we talked to one of your colleagues, Congressman Keith Self, and he said that we've got to find a way to pay for this increased defense spending. He wants to see what the pay-fors are. What can you tell us about where we're moving money around so we're not just driving up the debt?
Yeah, that's always the tough one, right? The balance.
Yeah.
What do you, not only what do you use to pay for it, but how do you pass it? That's always the push and pull you have between people who are hawks like myself, as well as fiscal hawks. And I'm a person who came here to get rid of debt and fraud. There's so much stuff we can fix in just healthcare alone. We spend $2.5 trillion on healthcare per year. A lot of it is waste, fraud, and abuse. That could be a great issue we could tackle. But unfortunately, every time we do that, the Democrats demonize it because they want to find an issue to run against, something to shut down the government. That's the hard part. Is how do we get it past the Senate, and how do we get to the other end of this without shutting down the government?
I know you also announced that you were proud to vote yes on the Sunshine Protection Act, making daylight saving time permanent across the United States. It passed the House 308 to 117. Now it needs Senate approval where it has historically failed. What's the argument you would make to Americans watching at home right now who are wondering, why does this change matter?
In the big scheme of things, nothing's going to end either way. But quite frankly, it's just something that we've all gotten used to, but really doesn't make much sense. This is based on an antiquated system where we didn't really have electricity, where we had a lot of people in rural areas who needed that to adjust to schools and farms and other things. We don't need to do that. If you don't like that school starts too early and it's too cold, change your school times. It's pretty easy. But quite frankly, messing with circadian rhythm is a real thing. It actually causes car accidents and other problems at work, depression, anxiety. I'm an ER doc. I'm telling you, we have a spike whenever we have a change in time. Let the people just live a natural life. We're there.
Do you think we'll get it through the Senate this time? What are you hearing?
I sure hope so. There's no reason really not to. It should be bipartisan. It should be common sense. Let's just get it done.
Yeah, we'll talk to Florida Senator Rick Scott about that coming up here in a few minutes. So, Congressman Rich McCormick, great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us.